Look at what you're wearing right now. Your shirt, your shoes, your jacket, soft, warm, clean. Now imagine losing all of it right now and stepping into winter. No heater, no blanket, no shelter, no second jacket waiting at home, just skin against the cold. That was your ancestors' reality, and for most of human history, clothing wasn't comfort. It was survival. Get it wrong. And you didn't freeze next week, you froze that night. So what did ancient humans wear? The answer starts with something most people today wouldn't even touch: dead animals. 3 million years ago, your earliest ancestors wore nothing. Not because they were primitive, because they didn't need to. They lived in Africa. Hot, predictable, no winters, no snow, no freezing wind. Your body could survive there, but then humans moved north, into Europe, into Asia, into places the human body was never built for. Places where cold could kill you in hours, and suddenly, skin wasn't enough. So humans borrowed someone else's, animal skin, fresh off the kill. Still warm, still wet, wrapped around the body. The first coat in human history. And at first, it worked. But raw skin doesn't stay useful. It hardens, it cracks, it rots, it smells. And when it gets wet, it turns into ice against your body. So your ancestors found a strange solution. Brains. Animal brains. To save the skin, they used the brain. Archaeologists found stone scraping tools over 120,000 years old, used to strip fat and flesh from hides. But cleaning the hide wasn't enough. To make it soft, they rubbed brain matter deep into the skin, worked it by hand, stretched it, pulled it, smoked it over fire. And here's the strange part. Almost every animal carries just enough brain matter to tan its own skin. Your ancestors figured that out. No chemistry, no manuals, just freezing until they learned what worked. And you still wear that invention today. Leather jackets, leather boots, belts, bags. Modern fashion is ancient survival. But leather wasn't enough for Ice Age winters, then came fur. And this changed everything, not because they wore fur, because they learned how to wear it. If fur faced inward, it trapped heat. If fur faced outward, it blocked wind and snow. Ancient humans figured out both, so they layered it. Soft warmth inside, protection outside. The exact same logic your winter coat uses right now. 30,000 years later, same idea. No science, no engineering degree, just generations learning from the cold. And cold is a brutal teacher. But then came the biggest breakthrough, something tiny, the needle. 50,000 years ago, humans made the first sewing needles from bird bones, small enough to fit in your hand, sharp enough to pierce skin, and powerful enough to change history. Because before the needle, clothes were loose, wrapped, tied, leaky. Cold air slipped in, heat escaped. But after the needle, everything changed. Sleeves, hoods, boots, gloves, tight seams, fitted clothing. For the first time, humans could trap heat around the body. Scientists believe without sewn clothing, humans could never have survived Siberia. A tiny bone needle helped humans conquer the coldest places on Earth. But clothing wasn't only survival, this is where it gets human. Ancient people decorated themselves. Shell beads from 130,000 years ago. Animal teeth, feathers, bones, red pigment painted into leather and skin. Not for warmth, for identity, for attraction, for status. Before words, clothing spoke. It told people who you were, what group you belonged to, what you survived. And that instinct never left. Your brands, your jewelry, your fashion, your uniforms, your style. That's ancient too. Your body still remembers. The strangest part? Most ancient clothing is gone forever. Leather rots, fur disappears, fabric turns to dust. Almost everything your ancestors wore vanished. What we found is just the tiny fraction that survived, which means they were probably far better at this than we know. Smarter, more skilled, more creative. Because clothing wasn't decoration, it was the line between life and death. And the next time you put on a jacket, remember this. That jacket exists because thousands of people froze until someone figured out how not to, and their solution is still wrapped around you. You just call it fashion.